In this video, I want to go over all the different versions of Sky, considering that she has come a long way since the first iteration of her and the controversy that she was within to now where she's a whole new character that is still kind of evil, but it's definitely not as bad as she was in the beginning. Let's go ahead and start this off with the original Sky and the controversy that surrounded her. Now, we all know that BB Panzu made a mod that basically featured Sky as this obsessive, crazy fangirl that was out to get boyfriend by any means necessary. But that is not where the controversy actually held from. Nobody really cared that she was psychotic, that she was willing to hurt girlfriend, that she was crazy. The issue began when people actually started to figure out that Sky, the actual person, was a minor, being around the age of 12 to 13, whereas the Sky in the mod was considered to be 19. Now, most of us in the community assumed that people would refrain from making not safe for work artwork, considering that the actual Sky was considered to be a minor. But of course, that was not the case because the internet hosts creeps. Now, if the artwork was the only issue, the mod itself probably would not have been taken down, but the bigger issue was that the actual Sky was getting death threats and just mean comments every day from people online. There was also incidents of people going into Discord servers and just flooding it with inappropriate artwork and comments. So I personally believe that out of respect, BB Panzu went ahead and took the mod down to try to stave off some of that toxicity that was going on in the community as a whole. Now, I'm going to keep the original mod of Sky and the HD version of Sky together because technically they are the same version of Sky, just that one is a HD version. Next, we're going to talk about my favorite version of Sky right now, and that's going to be Soft Sky. Now, the soft version of Sky is a completely different entity in all honesty because she doesn't have any of that same controversy around her, and her whole personality has completely changed as opposed to the original Sky. I think the most obvious change for Soft Sky is that she's not only isn't obsessed with boyfriend, but she isn't in love with him at all, not even like a little schoolgirl crush or anything. Soft Sky only wants to be boyfriend and Pico's friend, and you see this even in their rap battle. Even as Sky is losing, her icon at the bottom never becomes antagonistic or angry. Her and boyfriend are just smiling and having a good time as friends. And I think a smaller change between Soft Sky and the original Sky is that the original Sky was super aggressive and very combative, but this version of Sky is a lot more reserved. I would even say that she's kind of shy and just overall a lot friendlier than the original Sky. Now, I know the question that's on a lot of people's minds are, what happened to Soft Sky's eye? And to be honest with you, I think this is one of those situations where the mod creator adds an aesthetic onto a character because it looks cool or it separates them from their original character, but there's not really any backstory behind it. Because when doing research into Soft Sky, there isn't really any information about that except, don't ask about her eye. Next, I want to talk about the updated version of Sky. Now, this version of Sky is actually created by Blue Frolk, and I'm just going to call him Blue because I end up calling him Blue Fork on accident whenever I try to say his full name. But funny enough, this guy has the same backstory as the original Sky. It's just that she is separated from the BB Bansu version of Sky, meaning that she doesn't have any of the controversy, but still the same obsessive, crazy behavior. One thing that I really love about this guy as well is that she actually takes on an apprentice named Ski, which is basically just a mini version of Sky, or like I like to call her Baby Sky. And even though in actuality Ski is not technically a version of Sky, in a way she kind of is, because technically Sky takes on Ski as an apprentice to basically help her get rid of girlfriend, and it basically seems that she has taught Ski everything that she knows, because if you notice in the mod, Ski can even turn into a demon form just like Sky. But the major difference between the two is that Ski doesn't actually want to harm anybody. Even when Ski and girlfriend come face to face, all Ski does is pats her on the head and then lets her go. And it's because at the end of the day, Ski just wants to be friends with everybody and she just wants to joke around and have a good time. In a way, she kind of seems to be what Sky could be if she wasn't so obsessed with boyfriend. Next, I want to talk about the high effort Sky because I feel like this one didn't get the attention that it deserved, and it is so well done. Aesthetically, I think the only Sky that I like more than high effort Sky is probably Soft Sky because her design is just fantastic. Another thing that's kind of makes me sad about this version of Sky is that there isn't much of a backstory for her, so we don't really know what she's like in this version of herself. But just from the crazy look in her eyes and the fact that she's battling both boyfriend and girlfriend, we can assume that she is still obsessed with him, she's still fangirling, and that she wants to get him away from girlfriend. The last version of Sky that I want to talk about is going to be Minus Sky, and I really like this version of Sky because Minus characters just look dope in general, but I also like the fact that even though Minus Sky is heavily based on the original Sky, the creator took this anime road with her and kind of made her a little bit weebish, even going as far as to call boyfriend senpai. And I also like the fact that they're able to keep the same humor of the original Sky mods, especially with girlfriend kind of roasting her there when she's crucified. Now, I know that there are technically other versions of Sky that have popped up, especially in the Fangirl Frenzy mod, but until they get a actual fleshed out backstory, I won't be able to cover them. But if you enjoyed this video, make sure to check out this video where I tell you what your favorite Friday Night Funkin' character says about you, or check out this mod where I fully explain the Gorefield mod. Thank you for watching. This is Orseofkorse. Peace, peace.